Good evening, everybody, or good morning, or good night, whatever time of day you might be watching this video. Welcome back to another video, and today I got a little test for you. I'm just gonna leave you with this little image here, and you're just gonna tell me, like, don't comment it down below, just like, think to yourselves, what do I think of this picture? Okay, and time's up. Now, if you didn't answer with an acceptable answer of "ah" or "meh" or "don't really care" or "no, I don't really like kids," then I just got one quick person to call. Just give me a minute. Yeah, FBI, we got him. We got the sick fucker right there. Get the bastard.
Now I see something red.
Now, going off that absolute banger of an intro there, again, a fucking FBI open up meme in the big 2026. Can we bring that back? That was one of the best memes to ever come out. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, Pragmata. Pragmata is become a bit of a hot topic recently because it's a brand new game by Capcom, the makers of Resident Evil. So yeah, they've come out with a new IP, brand new game, brand new ideas and all that. And the game, from what I've seen, looks pretty fun. I'm a big fan of story-driven games, so I may pick this up whenever I have enough moolah to do so. But yeah, it's officially released, and yeah, people seem to really be liking it so far. But, of course, with all the great reviews comes the negative reviews, and sometimes, a lot of the time, it's just some bullshit arguments about how, actually this game is absolute garbage and you all are idiots for even liking this shit in the first place. You know, you get those kinds of videos just saying some brain-dead arguments and bad faith takes to try and make the game look as bad as possible. But not for Pragmata, not yet. From at least from what I've seen anyway. I know we're probably gonna get something like that in the future, but for now there's a different kind of complaint from a certain group of individuals who have a strange attraction for a taboo little subject. I know my tone may be joking, but this is actually a bit of a serious issue. Now, before we get into that, I feel like I need to give you a bit of a rundown on what the situation is and what exactly certain people are mad about. Or more specifically, what one person tries to frame this game to be and is mad about. So I don't know much of the actual story of Pragmata, so you don't have to worry about spoilers or anything, because I don't know the story myself, so I'm not going to be able to do that. But I am going to tell you about two characters in the game. The main character we play as Hugh, and, well, not really Hugh, but more specifically Diana, who he basically ends up adopting in this game. The basic concept is our main character that we play as, called Hugh, is like an astronaut kind of guy, and he's stuck on a space station with all these robots and AI, and he comes across this one AI robot in the shape of a little girl called Diana. Now, you'd look at Diana and you think, oh, that's obviously a little girl. She's an android little girl that acts like an actual little girl, and yeah, there's nothing more to it, right? Oh, no. We can never, ever have nice things in this world. I thought you would have learned that by now. The fellow we're going to be looking at today is someone called Harmon Smith. Now, Harmon Smith, you might be familiar with this fella. A lot of other commentary YouTubers have made videos on his content, and basically what he is a Nintendo fanboy who absolutely glazes Nintendo out of the wazoo, and any video game that isn't Switch 2 or hasn't been ported to Switch 2, he's like, yeah, nah, this game is absolute trash just because it's not on any kind of Nintendo console. But he made a video on Pragmata recently, 8 days ago, and the video title is Pragmata is coming to Nintendo Switch 2 and no one cares. Am I supposed to care that it comes to Switch 2, Harmon? I mean, cool, it's coming to Switch 2, wow, it's being ported so other people can play it, wow. But let's go ahead and see what this video has to offer. Surely it's going to be like an actual intelligent video about why people should care that Pragmata is coming to Switch 2.
After the success of Resident Evil Requiem, there should have been a lot more enthusiasm for Capcom's next project, for Pragmata. And instantly, when this was confirmed to be coming to Switch 2, like, I saw a lot of people just lose all interest in it. They stopped talking about it. They stopped bringing it up. You know, it became kind of a dead thing, right? And it still feels that way as we go into it, where it feels like this would be hyped up as, like, one of the best games coming out this year if it wasn't coming out on Switch 2. Like, that's been the big problem when it comes to this game, is that, like, the entire community hype cycle of, like, having something that's not on Nintendo has just been completely shot.
Sped up his video a bit, but you can get the gist of what he's saying. You can understand him better. But, yeah, you can see what I mean when I say Nintendo fanboy. Like, he seems pretty upset that a lot of people aren't really excited for Pragmata to be coming to Switch 2.
So again, Pragmata's coming out and nobody's talking about it. And I'm not super thrilled about the game. You know, I played the demo, I looked at it. It's like, what's with the little girl? Like, why does she never wear shoes? Like,
that's a bit of a strange question, wouldn't you say? Like, oh, why are you focusing on her feet, Harmon? Well, what's going on there? Why the fuck are you focusing on her feet? I mean, of course, the bare feet are noticeable there, but it's not really a defining feature. Why are you so focused on her feet? I don't know why I'm trying to keep you on your toes here. It's in the thumbnail. Just look at that thumbnail. Look what he has in that thumbnail. Lolicon. Fucking lolicon. I'm not gonna even waste my time with the rest of this video because it's just a completely yap session from there on out. But yeah, his whole opinion is that Pragmata is lolicon. That's why he was focused on the whole Diana not having shoes thing. Now, for those of you who don't know what lolicon is, you might want to skip ahead. I don't know, because I'm going to explain it right now. I wish with every day that I breathe that I didn't find out what this is, but for those of you who are curious, it's basically Japanese cheese pizza, we'll say that. Yeah, very bad stuff, and I don't recommend looking it up. For the love of God, do not look it up. Basically, the whole concept basically is little girls in anime that are, well, they look like little girls, but in reality they're like 1,000 years old, whether they be like a goddess, like a demigod, or in Diana's case, an android. Like, they think, like, some sickos out there think it's okay to be attracted to that shit because, oh, they're actually like 1,000 years old, they're not like actual human beings. And because some sickos out there are pathetically predictable, they use this as an excuse to be attracted to Diana. It's also like, let me bring up another example. Poppy Playtime. Like, you know Poppy Playtime, I've made a video about it that did absolute garbage, which honestly I don't really blame you because I'm not really proud of that video myself. But there's a character in the recent Poppy Playtime chapter called Lily Lovebraids. You probably know her, you probably love her, you probably hate her. I absolutely love her, I think she's adorable, and I think she's a really well-designed character. But most of you who have played that probably know the lore of this character. And you probably know the lore of the other toys in Poppy Playtime, and that is that all of the toys are children being experimented on and put into the bodies of these toys. And Lily Lovebraids is a little bit different because she's a whole grown-ass woman. But despite her being a woman, you'd know that in the actual chapter she acts very childlike. She's acting like a very overexcited 11-year-old. And it's been brought to my attention, not long after the release of that chapter, that people were shipping the player, the character we play as in Poppy Playtime, with Lily Lovebraids, and I'm sitting there like, hang on, nah, that's wrong. That is so wrong. I acknowledge that Lily Lovebraids in actuality is a grown woman, but at the same time, she acts like a child, and yet it's just you can see why a lot of people would have a problem with that. Sorry for getting off topic, but I just feel like I need to bring another example as to why this behavior is weird. I mean, partaking in this activity is weird in itself, but basically projecting and thinking that something is what it isn't is even weirder. Harmon really out here saying, oh, this game is lolicon just because a little girl character doesn't wear shoes. Which, by the way, since when did a character having bare feet become, associated with sexual stuff? You're telling me people are over here basing attractiveness on their feet? Oh yeah, baby, show me those feet. What the fuck even is that? I know foot fetishes exist, and trust me, I've been on the internet, I know those exist, but I just don't really see how a character, or just someone in real life, walking around with bare feet, could be seen as attractive in the first place. But anyway, back to Harmon Smith. This isn't the first video that he's made calling Pragmata lolicon bait. He has made not one, but 2 more videos on this subject. Resident Evil Requiem isn't lolicon bait, but Pragmata is, and no one would care about Pragmata if Diana were a little boy. And his thumbnail is Welcome to Epstein Island. I'm pretty sure Epstein Island was doing those awful things to little boys and little girls, so that thumbnail doesn't really make sense, but continue. Just roll the clip.
Looking at this game and its history and how this was a PlayStation exclusive originally, it feels like Capcom gave them a ton of money to produce a lolicon bait character, and they did it, but they forgot to produce an actual video game.
Rage bait. I am calling rage bait right now. There's no way this is real, that he actually believes this is true. If he actually does believe that this is true, someone needs to check this motherfucker's hard drive right the fuck now. Anyone who's normal and has a functioning brain would look at that and see, oh, just a cute little innocent girl. Innocent little robot girl. To all the people thinking Diana to be a lolicon bait character, I'm gonna need you to go ahead, get off the internet, go check yourselves into a nice psychiatric facility or a nice, comfortable prison, whichever comes first. I'm running out of time for this video. I'm gonna go ahead and check out this fella's last video on this topic. I can only imagine what kind of horrors await here.
The game is really known for one thing and one thing only, and that is the little girl Diana, okay? And I made my opinion on this clear, and immediately a lot of people projecting tried to come after me and tried to say that I was an evil person for daring to criticize this little fake android girl, how she doesn't function well in the plot, how she's poorly implemented, how she's clearly there to pander to pedophiles. And whenever you call this out,
Like, whenever you address the lolicon thing, like, the immediate response from the community that, like, eats this stuff up is to, like, project and, like, accuse the critic of being a pedophile.
And on that note, I've had enough of this Morvon. Jeez Louise. Okay. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm just gonna go detox for the day. I've had enough of the internet. But yep, that's really all I have to say. So, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.